presentation today is why we should nuke Isle Delfino. This is my call to action to everyone here today. What is Isle Delfino? Delfino in Italian means dolphin. As you can see, it is a dolphin-shaped island. Let me pull my hair out of the way. That kind of helped. There we go. It is a tropical paradise island and vacation resort in the Mushroom Kingdom. There are Pianta and Noki, as well as other indigenous species like raccoons and sunflowers here on Isle Delfino.
I wanna go. It's so beautiful and I love Mario.
Look at the beautiful beaches. It has those 2000s beaches in the, like all the 2000s games had. There's a There's like a hotel with casino. There's a what is it? Amusement park. Great place to go.
I love the casino.
So Isle Delfino's power grid is run by Shine Sprites. There are these cute little big-eyed guardians of the island. They're the source of light, so when there is no Shine Sprites, there is no sunlight in the island. That means the plants die. The people will, because they're actually like plant people and stuff. It's very, very important. There's 120 of them. They have power lines around the island. I don't really know what they're for because they don't have any other like power really. It's all run by the Shine Sprites.
Do they not harvest the power through the power grid from the Shine Sprites?
They just kind of float around the island. I think there's like a giant bell tower in the middle of the city where the shines will like float around it. But if the island gets like dirty or polluted, they want to leave. They don't want to be there anymore because they're like, ew, this is gross. We're gonna go home. Or not go home. We're gonna go away.
yeah, got it.
However, there is a problem on this island. The main inhabitants of the island are known as Piantas. They look pretty friendly, right? They look like they're well-to-do individuals who...
They look fun-loving.
Yeah, they love fun. They love fun.
They do look like they enjoy pina coladas and getting caught.
I never realized that Piantas had such crazy racks.
Yeah, I think they have jiggle physics too in the game because the ladies like dance. I swear, I remember them like bouncing up and down.
I do not remember them bouncing, but I'm gonna need to. Can someone fact check this really quick?
Alexa, show me Pianta titties.
No. Alexa, picture them bouncing on a crazy style and moaning on it.
Someone's probably drawn that. So Piantas have quite a few issues with them. First off, there is the criminal justice system. So what happens is Mario visits Isle Delfino. However, he is accosted by the police. What happens? He is brought to court. Now what happens here? It is run entirely by Piantas. There are no other species from the island represented here. There are no standards for evidence. As you can see, the only thing that they were able to prosecute Mario with was that sketch of a wanted poster. I mean, sure, it kind of looks like Mario, but it's also a bit... you know, it's no proof of any wrongdoing. And on the right is the actual individual of who it was. Obviously, he doesn't look anything like Mario. He's quite different because he's fucking blue. There's no standards for evidence. He was jailed on a crude sketch. Doesn't look like him. There was no witnesses of the crimes. There was no proof of anything. They suppress and intimidate witnesses. Princess Peach, who is the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, you know, like head of state, very important lady, attempts to object during the court case. She is overruled by the judge, not able to give an alibi because she was with Mario the entire time of these supposed crimes happening. So you are not allowed to defend yourself in this court. They also give out cruel and unusual punishment. As a result of this false accusation, Mario is not allowed to leave the island until he cleans up the entire island. He has to clean up all the pollution blamed on him. Can you imagine? You're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go on vacation. And then the cops just say, hey, yeah, you put pollution everywhere. You made this place nasty. And then they just show you like some kids like stick figure drawing and say that you did it, and they don't let you leave the island.
Yeah.
It's pretty messed up.
This is the exploitation of migrant labor. Visitors such as Mario, because you know that what happened to him, he is not the only one that this happens to. Visitors are accosted by police. When they arrive at the island, they're blamed for crimes that they did not commit and are sentenced to labor in their corrupt court. They have no way to defend themselves or anything. They have to fulfill the jobs of the sanitation department by cleaning the island. They have to be the police force. They have to take care of, you know, any kind of criminals or evildoers that come to the island. They have to be the fire department. They have to put out people on fire and other kind of fires that happen. They have to be pest control. They have to take care of, like, overrun indigenous populations, like the Snoozakoopas and things like that. In the bottom image there, you'll see the lady there with the fruit basket. In that image, Mario is delivering a pineapple, I believe. There's a few of these. They're counted as unemployed. I would consider them scam artists because there are many, many cases in which shine sprites, which are, you know, prevent the ecological destruction of the island. There's no sun, there's no power without it. You can see these people are like plants. They're like actual plants. If they don't have the sun, they're going to die. And many Piantas are holding on to shine sprites and use them to make you do favors and things for them. You can see one back there, the picture on the right, the watermelon festival. You are required to bring a very large watermelon, and then the Piantas give you a shine sprite as payment. It gets worse, but a whopping 1/4 of the total shine sprites of those 120 on the island are being held for purchase with coins. They have their own like special currency that they give you to buy these shine sprites. Are being held by the Pianta. They're just apathetic. They don't really care about anything. Their unemployment rate is 22.5%, which is extremely high.
Wow.
That's pretty high.
That's about as high as it's almost as high as it was during the Great Depression. Of those unemployed, of the 4 like different species on the island, 100% of those unemployed are Piantas. In the bottom right, you can see it's a woman with her husband who has been captured by the goop. He is completely submerged and drowning to death in there. She does nothing about it.
Captured by the goop.
Yeah, he's in the goo. Their houses get sunk. Their family gets sunk. Their children get sunk. They don't care. They're not doing anything about it. They just stand there and like yell or cry or run away. But this is just one of many instances on the island. There are parents with their children who are submerged and drowning, and they don't do anything about it. Okay, well at the top you can see there's a guy that's on fire. If you notice, there's many other citizens around doing nothing about it. The worst example of all is this poor Pianta who was shipwrecked 3 years ago. 3 years ago he was shipwrecked. If you notice in the second image, you can see how close he is to the plaza. That is the same image from the previous image where the guy is on fire at the beach. Same place. He is so close, but he is not able to swim. The worst part is there is a boat that goes back and forth right here, but they will not let him on the boat. It circles around the island, taunting him for 3 years now. Won't let him get on it.
I don't want to make assumptions, but could it be based on the color of his skin? It's something I've noticed from these slides, is that there's...
I don't think there are that many in the game. No, there's one there at the Watermelon Festival.
Well, the one that's on fire isn't brown, it's blue.
Yeah, I think they just don't care about any at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would not be surprised if there was colorism in the Piantas, though.
I guess they're like, well, you said they're like trees or flowers, right? So...
Yeah, they have the,
Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense they would maybe discriminate based on your foliage, maybe.
I mean, even like...
Color.
It's not discrimination, but there is like a level of preference for some bugs that they'll like go to certain flowers over others for pollination, right? So it makes sense. Yeah. But yes. Damn. Very, very sad. Can you imagine being stuck on an island for 3 years watching a boat go by, but none of your people will help you? Yeah, he's not thinking straight. He's panicked, and he's probably even more distressed by the fact that no one cares or is helping him. He feels all alone. Thankfully, Mario comes and helps him. God knows what would happen if he didn't. Can we get a thank you, Mario, in chat?
Thank you, Mario.
Cleo, are you gonna thank Mario?
I haven't played the game, so I don't know if it's...
You can see in the image, he's putting him out.
Cleo is anti-Mario.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-Mario.
I didn't know we had a Pianta apologist in our midst.
Mario.
That's crazy.
So ecological destruction. They also don't really care about the island they live on. The bottom left, you can see this chain chomp that needs to have a bath. It's very like, it's on fire. He's not having a good day. He's dirty and he's very upset because he's a little puppy. And owned by a Pianta lady. She doesn't take care of them. There's 3 of them running around everywhere. They're just causing mayhem. She has no care about doing anything about it. They displace local wildlife from unnecessary construction. The top right, you can see that is, what is this, Snoozakoopa? There's Snooza Koopa and Sunflower Kids on this beach where they built a giant theme park. Which displaced all of them. No one is in the theme park. If you go to the theme park, there's maybe about like 3 or 4 other people there. So I don't think there was any reason for them to build it, honestly. The bottom you can see there's actually a blooper there. He is crying. You can see the tears streaming from his face because he has been displaced.
So
yeah, I think this is the worst thing about Piantas. I talk about the Chucksters. There are some Piantas. I don't know if maybe they got sick of their society. I don't know if they were born this way. There's just something about them. But you go up to them, you talk to them. The first thing they do is they threaten you. You see this guy who says, you better be careful when speaking to powerful Piantas. Immediately after speaking to them, they will throw you. They will throw you far. It doesn't matter where you go to. You may fall into the void and die. You might get thrown into lava. You might get thrown into the ocean. They care not. They just assault anyone who dares approach them. Thousands have died from their powerful throws. You would think as a society that you would try to, you know, work with and rehabilitate these individuals. They don't do that. They just put all of them into a pocket dimension out of sight that unknowing vacationers walk into and die as a result because there's no warning signs. There's no anything really. It's something that they don't acknowledge. It's like a hidden, like, dark secret of the island. So my resolution? Airstrike. Bomb them. Bomb them. Keep bombing them. Bomb them again and again. Okay, that's all.
What about
Thank you.
the beautiful island?
There's tons of beautiful places in the Mushroom Kingdom. We'll be fine with that one island.
Oh yeah, clap, clap, clap.
Oh yeah, thank
Clap,
you.
clap.
That is my presentation.
Woo-hoo!
Be sure to like the video, subscribe the video, comment the video, share the video. Have the rest of your night.